And Giants fans have quickly learned that having the veteran right-hander on the mound is a good thing. Hudson dominated the Diamondbacks on opening day. And now it's his turn to take on another NL West rival and give the Orange and Black a series victory. Tim Hudson and the Giants take on the Rockies next. Beautiful day for baseball here at AT&T Park as our great fans file into the ballpark. This is the final game of this three-game series, Rockies and Giants. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Giants have a chance to take the series, and the reason that's important is if you do that, you get ready for the Dodgers on Tuesday. So what do they have to do today?
Well, they have to play good, smart baseball, number one, and they have to be able to pick a lot of ground balls because with Tim Hudson on the hill, you're going to see ground balls. In fact, it's going to be ground balls on both sides of the field. Tyler Chatwood, the starting pitcher for the Rockies today, he's a lot of ground balls as well. Pay close attention to Brandon Crawford and Brandon Belt. They've had good lifetime success against him, and they may be the keys to today's ball game.
Well, I'll throw in Brandon Hicks. We'll go with the Brandons. Hey, when we come back, we will have the starting lineups of the very first pitch of this game right after this.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try the new Bacon Insider at Jack in the Box. It's got bacon mixed right into the patty at participating restaurants. And by Toyota, #1 in MPG, durability and resale value. Toyota, let's go places.
Oh, yeah, very popular item at the Giants dugout store here at the ballpark. It's the Tim Hudson T-shirt. Beautiful day today. Game time weather is presented by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open for spring break 12th through the 20th here in April. 61 degrees here at the yard. Light winds, humidity at 64%, and it is just a bit cool and hazy. See Charlie Blackmon getting ready to lead things off. I'll quickly run through the lineup. It'll be Blackman, Kadire, and then Gonzalez. Gonzalez, you see his numbers, very good. Tulowitzki will be the cleanup hitter. Morneau 5th. Rosario will hit in the 6th slot. Arenado 7th. LeMahieu 8th. And Chatwood 9th.
On the hill today for the Giants will be the veteran right-hander Tim Hudson, 6'1", 175-pounder. He's 38 years old. He's a 15-year veteran. And when he's right, you're going to see a lot of ground balls. Likes to work a quick pace. He'll cut, sink, the fastball, curveball, slider, changeup.
First pitch of the ball game is a called strike.
And he also has a split finger fastball, one of the few that throws both the changeup and the split. Let's take a look at what he's done in 2 starts. He's 2-0 with a 1.15 ERA. He has not walked anybody in 15 2/3, 11 strikeouts against those 0 walk totals.
And a breaking ball for a call strike. That's Hal Gibson doing the honors behind home plate. I almost said Mel. That would have been a mistake.
Mel Gibson behind the plate today, folks.
No balls and 2 strikes. And Chatwood swinging like it was the first time he ever did. Or make that Blackman.
All right, let's take a look at the defense playing behind Tim Hudson today for the Giants. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Morse, Pagan, and Pence. Crawford and Sandoval on the left side of the infield. Hicks and Bell on the right side. And Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So here's Kadire. Kadire hitting at 386. Had a great year last year as he takes a strike. He's 4 for 13 lifetime against Tim Hudson in his career. He does have a home run off of Hudson. On deck is Carlos Gonzalez. The Giants won on Friday 6-5. And behind Anderson and the Rockies bullpen, they shut out the Giants yesterday afternoon 1-0. Bumgarner the hero on Friday, pitching and hitting. Hit on the ground to Hicks. Hicks has it. He'll take his time. 2 outs.
All right, time now for our Nissan keys to the game, the Nissan keys to the game, that is. And you want to bring back the clutch hits. They've kind of been vacant. That was the theme of their last road trip. And since they've come home, they've gone 5 for 35. They need to improve upon that statistic. And infield, be ready. You're going to get some ground balls with Tim Hudson. He is a ground ball throwing machine. With all of his pitches are downward breakers. He will control the knee-high location, and you're going to see a lot of balls beating the dirt. Be ready to rip. Those are our Nissan keys to the game.
Here's Carlos Gonzalez. His only hit in the series went in the pond, and that was off of Bumgarner. And it was the second time that he's hit a ball into the Cove in his career. No overshift for Gonzalez, but they are playing him to pull, and there's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Good off-speed pitch.
Rest of the umpires, we mentioned the umpire Gibson. It's Scott, Asogna, and Hudson from 1st to 3rd.
And we have not seen Hal Gibson. So you're seeing his strike zone for the first time, just like we are. A lot of new umpires in the league this year, and there's a reason for that.
Hit on the ground to Hicks. And the reason is?
They hired 8 new ones because of instant replay.
There you go. Giants are coming up. Chatwood's coming out. 0-0. now the lineup that Tyler Chatwood will be facing, it'll go like this. It'll be Pagan, Belt, and then Sandoval. Sandoval does have decent numbers against Chatwood. Not a whole lot of work. Posey will be the cleanup hitter. Then Pence, Morris, and Crawford. Hicks back in the lineup. He'll hit 8th. And Hudson will pitch in bat 9th.
On the hill today for the Colorado Rockies will be the right-hander Tyler Chatwood. Chatwood, a 24-year-old right-hander, 6 feet tall, 185-pounder out of Yucaipa, California. 8-5 last year with a 3.15 ERA. And he's got good stuff. You're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball depending on how he grips it. He will 2 and 4 seam the fastball. A lot of sinkers, a lot of ground balls. He's got a kind of a high 3/4 release. You'll see a big overhand curveball. It's a good straight down biter. I think it's his best off-speed pitch. He'll also throw a slider and a changeup.
So here's Pagan hitting .404 with a home run and 8 runs batted in. Unusual for Pagan, but yesterday he took an 0 for 4. Giants only had 3 hits yesterday. And Pagan lifts this one high to left for Gonzalez. But Tulowitzki also on the move, and it'll be Tulowitzki in foul territory to make him catch.
Let's take a look at that defense that the Rockies will employ behind Tyler Chatwood. Starting in their outfield from left to right will be Gonzalez, Blackmon, and Kadir. The best arm in left field with Carlos Gonzalez. Tulowitzki and Arenado on the left side of the infield. A couple of Gold Glovers, LeMahieu and Morneau on the right side. And Wilin Rosario will be in the squad putting down the signs.
Here's Belt. Belt had the day off yesterday. Buster Posey played first base. And he takes a strike. Oh yeah, good day to watch a game. Good day to get a good seat. Everybody looks pretty happy down there.
A lot warmer today than it was yesterday. Perfect for baseball.
Swing and a miss by Belt. Belt 2 for his last 15, so he has cooled off a bit. And that's a 3-pitch. See you later.
That's a no respect 0-2 fastball too. Tyler Chatwood is a little cocky with his fastball, and he just goes country hardballing with Brandon Belt, blows him away. Brandon Belt just got his jump shot blocked. And he's shaking his head going back in the Giants dugout.
We've seen that though with Brandon Belt before, especially day games. He'll strike out the first 2 times up and then go 3 for 3 with a couple of home runs his last 3 times. Sandoval with a base hit under the glove of Tulowitzki. So the first hit of the game belongs to the Giants.
I think it's important that first at bat for a guy that's slumping to get a base hit, start thinking good thoughts.
So here's Buster Posey. Buster yesterday took an 0 for 3. With Sandoval at first. Out of play.
Tyler Chatwood coming right at Buster Posey. We talked the demeanor of Chatwood. I mean, he's not a tall guy, and perhaps that's one of the reasons he's got a little attitude out there, but he is an aggressive pitcher.
At the knees, it's 0-2. Chatwood, and Mike may have mentioned it, had a left hamstring strain, and that's why he was on the disabled list. Out to right field, but it's right at Kadir, and that'll end the inning. No runs, a hit, 1 left. After 1, 0-0.
go quote. This one comes from Tim Hudson in his Giants home debut, on hardly realizing that 42,000 people were celebrating him with a roaring ovation as he walked off in the 8th inning. And he said, well, honestly, I thought they were cheering for the mid-inning song. A very humble man. He also wants to extend a very happy birthday to his son, Cade, who turns 9 years old today. So, Cade, happy birthday from the old man, Meade.
Here's Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki at 355. A home run, 6 driven in. His sacrifice fly in the game yesterday was the difference in the game. And he runs that one inside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Look at the posture of a hitter, and they'll tell you, I think, what their natural preference is in regards to strength location. And I think that Tulowitzki always has been an upright hitter, and he's always punished mistakes belt high and above.
Right now, Hudson trying to get in on Tulowitzki. It's a big swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And a tall right-handed hitter for a guy like Tim Hudson. If he throws that sinker down and in, I mean, that's the spot to be. If a guy's geared for the high part of the strike zone, you put that thing down and in, he'll swing over the top of it. And Tulowitzki just did.
Now going away. 1-2. Classic.
Classic. And the other thing, too, about Hudson is, you know, he's in his 15th year. And I think as good as his stuff is, his ability to read hitters and swing type sets him apart from a lot of pitchers. That's what you gain experience-wise at this level when you pitched a long time, and he's learned that knowledge.
Hit out into right center field. Pagan's got a beat on it, and he'll make the catch. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, Dwayne, an update for fans on Jeremy Affeldt. He threw in San Jose yesterday, had a good outing, went 2 innings. He gave up no runs, no walks. He gave up just 2 hits. He threw 22 pitches, 15 of those were for strikes. Skipper Bruce Bochy saying very pleased with Affeldt's performance. He was able to keep the ball down. Did not give us an activation date, but did say it's possible that Bruce Bochy will carry 13 pitchers on this roster when Jeremy's available. Dwayne?
All right, here's Justin Morneau. And he takes down low. Morneau hitting at 333. He's got 2 runs batted in. 0 for 4 yesterday against Matt Cain. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Really changeup. Hudson, one of the few people that will throw both the split and the circle change. And just a little subtle difference in the movement of each pitch, which is why he will throw the 2.
On deck is Willeen Rosario. Rolled foul. 2-2.
Knee-high command, in, out. When he elevates, it's by design, but for the most part, you're going to see him down around the knees. If he misses, it's usually below the knees.
Two-two pitch. Here it is to Justin Morneau, and it's in the dirt. 3-2. So Morneau gets it to a full count. Got him.
Another changeup. 2 swing throughs on changeups in the same at bat. First strikeout for Hudson.
Yeah, the kids took the field today, and then the Giants players came out, and the one we enjoyed most was a little gal in center field. Too much T-shirt and not enough kid. And second base Sonia had a point, say it's Pagan's over here, and Pagan always engages them with a little talk, and then he gives them a hug, and now they usually don't know where to go. Over there, yeah. 1 ball and no strikes. Pretty much fun watching the kids.
Yeah, I think that's a good ad. I look forward to Sundays for that reason.
Comes back with a strike. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. Rosario has faced Hudson 6 times in his career. He's 1 for 6. And he hammers one to left. Morris looking up, gone, and it's 1-0 Colorado. So Hudson gives up a big fly.
One thing we've learned about Wilin Rosario, he likes the ball up, and that is a hanging breaking ball, middle in. They set the target away. You can see where the mistake was. And the reaction from Tim Hudson, he knew it right away. But watch the power of this young catcher. He has got big time pop. And our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer, really allows you to see the balance that he has in his swing. He can hit.
First home run of the year. And here's Arenado, who goes the other way, and that's out of play. He actually did a nice job behind the dish yesterday in that 8th inning with the bases loaded. He made a couple of key stops.
He made one dig out and a backhanded one-hopper that I don't really know how he did it. And I don't know if he knew how he did it. But it really was the play of the game. It preserved the shutout. And in a 1-0 ball game, I mean, that's critical.
Belt chasing EY, and Belt makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. So a run on the home run by Rosario. It'll be Pence, Morris, and Crawford coming up 1-0 Rockies.
Bay Area is brought to you by the Solar Company. Not just any solar company, the Solar Company. Switch to solar and save.
Hunter Pence stands in. He fouls the first one back. Hunter Pence's birthday today as he skies one out to right field for Kadire, 1 out.
Well, the Dodgers are coming to San Francisco. That's right. this homestand starting Tuesday, April 15th through the 17th, and Tuesday, Wednesday games are both 7:15 starts. First 20,000 fans attending the game on the 16th will receive a Giants 2014 Magnet schedule courtesy of RE/MAX. And then the final game of the series, Thursday, May 17th, is day baseball in the city with a 12:35 start. So get your tickets. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets.
Here's Michael Morse, who's hitting .351. Morse took an 0 for 4 yesterday. 1 for 7 in the series. And he takes a strike at the knees. Crawford to follow. Up and in, 2 balls and a strike. No swing on the appeal. Dodgers and D-backs underway in the desert. 2-1 pitch. Here it is. And it's a bit high. 3-1. Three and two.
Good sink. And lay that thing out there in the inside corner. Let that movement that's going to fall into the right-handed hitting Michael Morse, and it's just like a left-handed slider.
Got him.
Right back with the same pitch. Plate umpire Hal Gibson, who's a low ball guy, says that looks pretty good from here.
Yeah, that's a strike.
Second strikeout for Chatwood.
So here's Crawford. Crawford had 306. He's got 5 runs batted in. Went 1 for 3 in the Giants' loss yesterday. 5 for 11 lifetime against Chatwood. Hits this one on the ground to Tulowitzki. And that will end the inning. So a fly ball, a strikeout, and a ground ball. We've played 2. It's 1-0 Colorado. Tuesday, 7:15 start. It's Jackie Robinson Day. Giants will honor the legendary Jackie Robinson. Remember, his number 42 is retired all across baseball. You can purchase 2 centerfield bleacher tickets for $42. Visit sfgiants.com/tickets. Use the coupon code Jackie42. Remember, the coupon code is Jackie42. Here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu hitting .242. And he takes it down low. He's got 6 RBIs. Went 0 for 1 in the ballgame yesterday with a couple of walks. He's 0 for 5 in the series. Bounces this one. Sandoval's got it. On his belly, up and throws, and they got him.
That's a great play.
He ended up on his belly twice.
A year ago, he has no chance to get this. And we're going to make it our Ford Wright choice. And why not? We're going to see a double belly flopper. First, spears it going to his left. Now he gets up, throws it, and down again he goes. A strike to Belt. And LeMahieu just got robbed. If this ball gets by Sandoval, I don't think they're going to get the speedy LeMahieu.
I think Pablo likes it.
Yeah, I do. He likes to get dirty.
It's not quite as much of a softer landing this year. But nevertheless, here he goes to...
Double Cathud. Tim Hudson was digging it.
Chatwood off the end of the bat. Be careful with this one. And Belt to Hudson covering. You see that ball start to spin away from Brandon Belt.
You think that way when you got one with spinach coming at you?
You know what? You never got too many like that at second base. You see a lot of them at first. But you'll get an occasional one with a lot of English.
Hey, the Gamer Babes are here. Oh, yeah. Lots of good attitude in that section.
With 2 outs, here's Charlie Blackmon.
Let's check out the spinach. Kind of came back the other way.
Every time you watch Hudson cover first, you go back to how he got hurt. Where was it at? Is that in New York? City
Field?
City Field. One ball and 1 strike.
Giants been trying to find a weakness in Charlie Blackmon. The league's been trying to find a weakness in Charlie Blackmon. It hasn't been easy.
And that's foul. Ironically, the player that stepped on the back of Hudson's foot was EY Jr. EY Sr. is coaching at first here for the Rockies.
Patty Kowalski, our first base ball babe today, going down the line making some friends. Had a big Patty. Her husband Steve. He's got the third base responsibilities today. So what do we call Steve Kowalski at fantasy camp? Killer Kowalski.
Yeah, that's right. He killed the ball.
In his mind, he killed the ball.
Actually, I think he was killing our team because he was on it. Hit on the ground into the hole. A base hit for Blackmon. And that'll bring up Kadire.
What kind of bat does he have right now, Smooth?
He has got the magic one-do.
The magic one-do. It's true, boy. Every time he hits the ball on the ground, it's through a hole.
Life is good, man, when you got the magic one-do working. Oh, man. Kadire bounced out to Hicks. Did that in the first inning. And that's off the plate, 1-0. Hudson will give Buster Posey a shot should Blackmon decide to steal. One ball and no strikes. See if Blackmon takes off. He does not. And a bouncing ball to Sandoval. It's a fair ball. And that'll be across the diamond, and Belt digs it out, and that'll end the inning. Nice play, Brandon Belt. 1-0, Colorado.
Hunter Pence a very, very happy birthday. He turned 31 years young today, and on his birthday he came out and surprised guys, about 6,500 Little League kids who said, oh, it would be so great if Hunter Pence would come out. We would sing happy birthday to him. He stayed and answered a couple of questions, waved goodbye, and even signed a few things for the kids. Dwayne?
Yeah. Hunter, he's a good guy. Plus, I think he looks better shaved. Got a lot of energy, that kid. He was the kid that your kid brought home. You know, hey, Hunter's coming over. He's going to spend the night. Oh, man.
Never went to bed.
Put him on the top bunk. Make him stay up there. Here's Hudson. Hudson takes a strike. You know what, though? Those kids, though, are the ones that you remember the most of your friends' children's friends. They're the best. Hudson trying to move Hicks down to second.
Yeah, but see, the problem was my kid was that kid.
Well, he had two in the room then. Just one of them.
Just one of the five.
0-1 to Hudson. Way in at third is Arenado. And there's a pitch high. And I'm telling you, Hudson's going to pull the bat back.
Well, he can do it. He has excellent bat control. And if Arenado at third base, I mean, he's the guy that determines whether or not he's going to do the butcher play. If Arenado really crashes hard and comes in very shallow, then it is up to Hudson to put the butcher boy on.
Out of play, and it's 1-2.
And there it was. The butt should go down the first base line with a runner at first base. But if a third baseman is going to crash that hard, he does not going to have a whole lot of range.
We'll see if the bunt is back on with 2 strikes. And Hudson stabs at it, and he's out. A lot of Pony Leaguers on the field before the game. They had the usual parade around the ballpark, and of course our guys set up a camera, and the reactions are like the best. Yeah, and then of course the guy that if he sees a camera he's going to dive in front of it is David Benzer.
Yeah, he never met a camera that he didn't like, but it's hard to find a camera that likes him,
and that's why he's behind it. Here's Pagan. Pagan popped out to the shortstop, to Tulowitzki in the first. Check swing, foul. That's the magic one-do that you're looking for.
That was a semi-nice play by Steve Kowalski. Wearing his brother Larry's glove. Now let's take a look at Larry Killer Kowalski. I got this one. I got it. Not bad. Now stay up. Yep. Oh, he almost stepped on his hand.
Well, he's got bowling shoes on, for crying out loud. No wonder he couldn't stay on his feet. That's popped out of play.
Yep. Earl Anthony would be very happy with that. Killer. Seriously. What's up with the shoes?
0-2 to Pagan. Belt is on deck. And the runner goes, and it's shot right to Tulowitzki, and Tulowitzki's going to make a double play. The only way he catches the ball is if he's going over to cover the bag with Hicks running.
At your local Subaru retailer or visit Subaru.com to learn more.
1-0 Colorado. Willeen Rosario, a solo home run in the second. And it'll be the Beef coming up. Gonzalez, Tulowitzki, and Morneau facing Tim Hudson. And Gonzalez looks at a strike. He bounced out to Hicks to end the first inning. Johnson in the infield playing Gonzalez to pull, and he chases a high fastball. It's 0-2. Nice play by Tulowitzki.
You see him break into cover with Hicks going to second base, and that's the only way he gets over there. I mean, he holds his position and nobody's running. He's not moving towards the bag, and it would have been a first and third with one out. And here comes the Beef, but an inning-ending double play.
Hit on the ground, but it's right at Crawford on the shift, and that time they did overshift. And Gonzalez is retired. And here's Tulowitzki. Tulowitzki hit a fly ball to Pagan. And a breaking ball, and it's a strike.
That locked him up a little bit. The bad part about buckling a guy in a first pitch strike is that you think he could do it again in the same at bat, and it's rare that you can.
Swing and a miss, 0-2.
Came right back with a better curveball. The first pitch was a get it in curveball that buckled, and then he put a nice location on it to follow it up with a second curveball. And now you can throw another curveball in the dirt. He might get after it. Go above the hands with the fastball. Lots of options here because of that good second pitch.
Tulowitzki doesn't bite. It's 1-2.
Like a changeup, but very good location. Get ahead of a guy 0-2. You do not want to throw something in the strike zone, especially to a guy like Tulowitzki that's got power.
Tulowitzki taking a lot of time, but now he gets in the box. And he taps this one foul.
Take a look at the win percentage that Tim Hudson has, and it really ranks him up there with the all-time win percentage leaders in day games. I mean, he's got a .720 win percentage when he's pitching in the sun.
Wow.
That's pretty unbelievable.
In tight, here they come. And Tulowitzki digs it out. It's a long foul ball.
Hey, nice play. Gamer bed. Oh, yeah. Bare-hander, too. Did not spill a drop. Never left her seat.
One ball and 2 strikes. On deck is Morneau. In the dirt, 2-2. Rockies are 6-6. The Giants are 7-5. A win today, and they would take the series. They would also go 3-3 on this homestand. So, pretty good idea to put this one in the win column, and they trail 1-0. 2-2 to Tulowitzki. Tapped to Sandoval. And Sandoval to Belt. And Belt's getting a workout over at first. Well, there's nothing like Sharks playoff hockey, and the quest for the cup begins on Comcast Sportsnet California. Sharks playoffs are coming soon, so don't miss Randy Hahn and Drew Amenda and Brody Brazil. And they'll bring you all the action on Comcast Sportsnet California.
Yeah, it's time to start growing your beard, Smooth.
Yep. I'm afraid those days are gone. Look at this guy. He brought his stick to the yard. You never know when a match may break out.
I agree. It's been my experience that you walk around town, there could be a hockey game breakout any time.
At any time. Morneau struck out in the second. And he looks at a strike. One pitch down the left field line, and it's going to be foul. Long run for Morris.
I'm going to get that one, get that one, get that.
I don't know. The best part could be gone.
The cheese, spoken from a kid raised in Racine, Wisconsin.
Although I could work with the salsa. I'm trying to figure out, though, did he use his fingers to get rid of that cheese? There's that many chips missing.
Yeah. Or he just
like 2 chips and the cheese is gone. 2 and 2. No overshift for Morneau, but the Giants do play him to pull. Pagan now coming in, and that'll end the inning. So Hudson goes through the beat. Giants will have Belt, Sandoval, and Posey coming up. It's 1-0 Colorado.
Is presented by authority of the San Francisco Giants and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LLC.
Well, if you're looking to host a group at AT&T Park, check out the all-new Dockers Deck. This outdoor premium space has a unique elevated view of the field located under the iconic glove in left center field. You can seat up to 18 people in your party, and it includes a snack bar and beverage package for your guests. For more information or to book Dockers Deck, call 415-972-2298.
What is Dockers Deck?
The Dockers Deck.
Here's Belt. Belt takes a strike. Belt struck out on fastballs in the first inning. Here he takes a breaking ball. Pretty good movement on that 92-mile-an-hour fastball. It's a ball and 1 strike. Hits this one into center field. It'll be Blackman. Time to log on to csnbarea.com and decide the player of the game. Your vote counts. Winner will be revealed during Giants postgame live. Follow the action on the diamond like never before with enhanced Bloomberg stats and more. Giants in-game live on csnbarea.com. Log on now and vote. Here's Sandoval, who picked up a base hit in the first. And he takes wide with Buster Posey on deck. Chatwood's allowed 2 hits. He struck out 3, hasn't walked anybody. There's a swing and a miss. Bumgarner's grand slam was the last time the Giants player had stepped on home plate. Pops this one back and out of play.
Yeah, he'd like to see that again. Hey, the Cougars are here. Yep, got their unis on. Took the walk around the ballpark today, as a lot of Pony Leaguers did. Our partner Dave Fleming hosted a large group of.
Tulowitzki, nice play behind the bag, 2 down.
Well, we mentioned the Madison Bumgarner Grand Slam last time the Giants have scored. We're going to make that our Solar Company electrifying play of the week. Giants are down, and with one swing of the bat, whoop, they took the lead and never gave it back. And that is our Solar Company electrifying play of the week. Third lifetime home run for Madison Bumgarner.
Here's Posey. Swing and a miss, 0-1.
Nice tight little slider. I think Chatwood has done a good job of mixing his first pitches. Curveballs, 2-seam, 4-seam fastballs, sliders, changeups. He's getting everything over today. And that kind of is the one thing that the Rockies are waiting for with Chatwood, is that he gets a greater consistency with his command. He's got great stuff, but at times, you know, he doesn't always have a feel for all of his pitches. Nice mistake there. A little fastball. He wanted to go in with it. Wound up going up and in. And he gets Posey to swing. And you don't see Posey swinging many fastballs up out of the zone very often.
No swing. It's 2-2.
Close. Very close. All right, did he go?
Did not. He didn't.
Hard to tell.
Gets a piece. Rosario hangs on, and that'll end the inning. 4 strikeouts now for Chatwood. We will head to the 5th. 1-0 in Colorado. Well, it's time now for you to tweet your photo using hashtag CSN or CSNBA fan photo. Name and hometown for a chance to have it shown in an upcoming game broadcast brought to you by AT&T. So Rosario is going to lead things off. A home run by Rosario in his last at bat is the difference in the game.
So he hit a hanging slider. What does Hudson come back with to start this at bat off with? A slider. He is not going to let a hitter take away a pitch. Better location, but a quick 0-1. Come back with big two-seam movement. You give up on it early. You see it as outside, then the movement of the pitch comes back to the strike zone. So many different weapons that Hudson has.
Got him. I don't know about that one, but he gets the call.
That guy takes you deep. What you want to do is next at bat is strike him out. Hal Gibson, plate umpire, likes the low strike, and he likes ringing guys up. Nice.
Arenado popped out to Belt. Couldn't be happier. One ball and no strikes.
See, that's a good look right there.
Matches perfectly. Right field. Pence puts it away. 2 down. Nice play. Arenado can't believe it.
Now, the beautiful thing about a guy that works quick and throws strikes like Hudson does is that you keep guys on their toes. And when you can do that with your defense, their range is going to be a little bit longer and wider than it normally is with other guys that work slow. They're going to anticipate, and they're going to get good jumps. And that's the only way that Hunter Pence makes this play, is he had a great first step. With Tim Hudson, there is no Jimmy jacking around on that mound. He wants to get it and go.
LeMahieu takes low. Yeah, that's pitched down low again. 2 balls and no strikes. Sandoval made a nice play going to his left to take a potential hit away from LeMahieu in the 3rd. Pagan in straightaway center field. And that'll end the inning. An 8-pitch inning for Hudson. For the Giants, Pence, Morrison, Crawford. 1-0 Colorado.
First rewind, and it has been a very busy week, starting with opening day on Tuesday as John Miller, master of ceremonies, taking a selfie and introducing the team. They unfurled the flag, and Bat Kid showed up, and along with Matt Cain, walked out and gave the first pitch. We had a flyover. Tim Hudson took the hill, and he was spectacular. Giants won it. And that's our AT&T U-verse rewind.
Here's the birthday boy, Hunter Pence, who fouls this one. It's no balls and 1 strike.
Your birthday was during the season. How'd you do on your birthday?
I don't remember. I don't.
Did you think like on your birthday you would like deserve to get a couple 2-3 hits?
No. I kind of treated it like it was just another day.
I never ever made an out in my birthday. Ever.
No.
Of course,
well, you're a good player.
Well, and my birthday's in January.
Outside to Pence, 2 balls and 1 strike.
Now, Willeen Rosario, the catcher, he got rung up on an outside pitch. He just caught that, and he thought that was a pretty good pitch. And I guarantee he's saying something to plate umpire Hal Gibson.
Ouch.
Well, that's a mistake. It's a mistake because Chatwin's never given up a hit to Hunter Pence, who's over 12 lifetime. And this is, remember, this is a leadoff hitter. The last thing you want to do is put a guy on for free. And with Hunter Pence, I don't think you can hurt this guy.
Not on his birthday, you can't.
No, and he'll take a bruise for a base. And just like that, Chatwin puts himself in the stretch.
Here's Morse. Morse struck out looking in the second. He hammers one to left, and it's going to be over the head of Gonzalez, and Pence is going to go to third. Gonzalez barely had time to turn around. I thought he was going to catch it.
Well, and you know what? If you're wondering how strong he is, we don't know either. But this is another testimony to just how much bat head strength he has. Gonzalez took one step and just sort of put himself in position and hoped it hit the wall and hoped that it didn't go through the wall.
If he gets it up a little more.
Oh, my Lord. And it's got topspin on it, which kept it in the yard, but that is as hard a ball as we've seen hit this year.
So here's Crawford, who bounced out to short in the second inning. Crawford skies one into right center field. Pence is going to tag, and this game is tied on the sacrifice fly by Brandon Crawford.
And the Giants have finally broken through and putting a run on. Great at bat. You need to point it out when it happens that way, because that's exactly what he was trying to do.
Morse tying his shoe. Hicks saw one pitch and lined a single into left field in the third. So Chatwood, after hitting Pence, dealing now with pitching out of the stretch. Down low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Not much of a chance for a steal here from Michael Morse.
Two and 0. Remember, this is Chatwood's first start. If you go by velocity, his arm strength is fine, but you just don't know how many pitches he's got in there.
Yeah, he's got 46 thrown so far. He's got to have at least 80 in him.
Pull foul.
But the point you make is a good one, because he hadn't spent a lot of stretch time into today's ball game, and that's where you really use up your gas tank. So the more the Giants keep him in the stretch, the more likely they are to get in that bullpen. And the one thing that the Rockies need is Chatwood eat up some innings. Remember, the bullpen threw 6 innings yesterday. Brett Anderson, the starter for the Rockies, had to lead the ballgame with a hand injury in the third.
Giants have tied it up here in the 5th. Hudson is on deck. 1 out. Into right field. That's going to fall. So now it sets it up for Hudson to lay down another bunt. Warriors and Trailblazers tonight at 6 p.m. Pregame live will start at 5:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Warriors are in the postseason, but they'll try to pass up the Trailblazers, and that would help with a win tonight. Hicks is 2 for 2. Here's Hudson. Bob Fitzgerald, Jim Barnett. Jim Barnett calling it quits after this year. I think he ought to reconsider.
Sorry to hear that.
I think he should reconsider.
I hope he does. I think he and Bob Fitzgerald do a fantastic job. And with Barnett, I always learn something new every time I watch a Warriors game.
Plus, he can still dunk.
Well,
here's Hudson. Hudson watches it go by. It's low and away, 1-0. Morse at second. Hicks at first. Hudson taps it foul as he pulls the bat back.
I'm a little surprised at that, simply because Chatwood's not an easy guy to elevate. I mean, he's got pretty good sink on his fastball. And I know one thing, Bruce Bochy absolutely wants to get Angel Pagan up to hit this inning. And by letting Hudson swing away, you're risking a double play.
To the backstop, so it's not going to matter.
It does not matter.
Well, now Hudson's got a chance to help himself.
Well, just not a good job of getting your body in front of that cutter. It looked to me like Wilin Rosario is sort of leaning the other way, trying to backhand that ball, and that's not proper technique. He still is a project behind the plate, and he is below average in defensive abilities. And you saw a reason why he needs to improve upon.
Hudson, a little fly ball to right. Tagging is Morris, and Kadire gets it into the cutoff man. 2 outs. And now it'll be Pagan.
Well, as Angel Pagan heads up to the batter's box, I do want to point out, Kai, that 1978 on your birthday, we have some historical information.
Really?
Against Dennis Leonard of the Royals, who was nasty. He had a 2-for-4 day with a triple. So you did hit well on your birthday.
So that was one birthday.
Well, what did you do in the other 9?
I have no idea.
We're going to find that out.
So here's Pagan. Pagan is 0 for 2. Pagan shoots one into right field, a base hit. Morris scores. Hicks scores. Pagan comes through, and the Giants take the lead.
And that's why Bruce Bochy wanted Pagan to get up this inning. And that's the hit they haven't been able to get much of this homestand. And we're going to make it our Togo's big play the Togo's way. Going down and raking right over the head of 6'5" DJ LeMahieu. And just like that, the Giants take the lead. And they're not done yet.
So here's Belt. Belt with a swing and a miss. Belt is 0 for 2. Sandoval on deck.
Salute their angel.
Low. Pagan's got 2 steals on the year. He's been thrown out once. Giants have not done a lot of running. Hit on the ground slowly to LeMahieu, and this will end the inning. Giants put 3 on the board after 5. Giants 3, Rockies 1.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Lunardi's Markets. Visit Lunardi's fully remodeled store in Bascom Avenue in San Jose. Lunardi's Markets, quite simply the best.
Giants 3, Rockies 1. As we go to the 6th, it'll be Tyler Chatwood to lead things off, and he's going to take a strike.
Pretty good hitter too. He's a good athlete all around, but he knows what he's doing with the bat in his hands. Hey, the duck boats are going.
If you lived on the water, you'd have to have one of those, don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, they just serve too many purposes.
You got to get 2 licenses then?
No.
One for land and one for sea? 1 and 2? Top of the order, Charlie Blackmon on deck. Got him. 4 strikeouts now for Hudson. And here's Blackmon, who's 1 for 2. Blackmon struck out in the first and then singled between Sandoval and Crawford in the 3rd inning. And it's 0-1. So he stays right on 89.
Well, he'll cruise at 89. Now he can reach back and hit 93. It's in his arm, but he just doesn't want to overthrow. To him, it's more important to have command and movement.
Hudson spears it. And the magic Wandu didn't work that time.
Wandu starting to fade.
All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
All right, gentlemen, I spoke with Matt Cain today about his start yesterday and what he felt was different for him from his previous outings. He said he was able to locate his fastball, found his rhythm early on, but he also said he felt better in between his starts. He found his rhythm earlier, found his fastball in his side sessions, and that's how he knew he was going to have a better day. Gentlemen?
It's all good news. Here's Kadire. And right now, Hudson looks like he can throw that ball wherever he wants to.
He's throwing darts, absolutely throwing darts. And this is really what has been his signature his whole career. His ability to repeat the arm stroke. So compact, so consistent.
1 ball and 1 strike.
Now, he has not walked a hitter yet this year. And if you look back at what he has done historically, usually when he gives up a walk, it's to stay away from a hot hitter. He uses it with an open base. Very rare that he loses a walk to wildness.
Kadire gets a piece. It ends up ricocheting off of Buster Posey's helmet, and it's 1-2. That's right. The baby giraffe is here. Our Giants fans can be very creative. Oh my goodness. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Got him. 5 strikeouts for Hudson. For the Giants. The beat coming up.
Shutdown inning.
Bay Area is brought to you by Heffernan Insurance Brokers, offering business and personal insurance, employee benefits, and financial services. Visit us at hefins.com and by Xfinity, home of the most live sports.
3-1 Giants. We are heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Thank you to a shutdown inning from Tim Hudson in the top of the 6th. And now it's Tyler Chatwood who has to face the heart of the beast, the 3-4-5 hitters for the Giants.
Sandoval to lead it off, and he's going to take very high. Only 7 hits in the game. Sandoval! He hits it high and deep and out of here!
Coming out of it.
His second of the year, his first here at AT&T Park this year.
Well, I mean, off the crack of the bat, we just figure how far is this one going to go?
It hit the flagpole, didn't it?
It hit the flagpole. in Levi's Landing, and it kept it from going into McCovey's Cove.
So here's Buster Posey. Buster Posey asked for time, something in his eye. Buster's 0 for 2.
Let's take a look at the flight as it gets back up there and hits the flagpole. I mean high in the flagpole. And it almost came back in the field.
Posey on a check swing. 0-2. We've kind of missed the fun-loving Panda. He's been very serious the last couple of days.
Yep. And every day he doesn't get a hit, it gets seriouser and seriouser.
Yes, it does. One and 2 to Buster Posey.
We say seriouser just to tease our English teachers who are watching.
Posey checks his swing foul.
That ball came up and hit him.
One ball and 2 strikes. Buster Posey takes a walk. Well, on my birthday.
Yes.
When I played.
Yes.
Your stats when you pitched on my birthday.
Yeah.
3-0 with a 3.22 ERA.
You inspired me.
You beat the Reds twice and the Braves once.
There you go.
Somebody had to do good on my birthday. Might as well have been you.
You were good luck to everybody around you. I see, that's just like a good teammate.
Yeah. I got you to bed early the night before my birthday. 1-2 to Posey. Two and 2. Hunter Pence. And then Michael Morse. And the 2-2. Posey, a line drive right at Arenado. Tough luck for Posey. 1 out. And here's Pence. Pence got hit on the left arm in his last at bat, and that got things going. It put Chatwood in the stretch, and the Giants would end the score 3 times. And a strike to Pence. And that one runs in tight. Chatwood still got good life on his fastball.
Franklin Morales, the left-hander for Colorado Rockies, getting heated up.
That 2-1.
Pitch number 68 for Tyler Chatwood, who is coming off the disabled list. So maybe they set the limit around 75. He really has been pretty stingy with his throws and very economical. Just the 1 inning where he went large.
Nope. Inside 3-1. Three balls and a strike. See if Pence gets something that he can take a rip at. He does. It's 3-2.
Down and in.
And he got him with a breaking ball. 2 down. Fans, follow every Giants home game with MLB.com at bat on your favorite mobile phone or tablet. You get live in look-ins, instant replay, scores, much more. Download the App Store or visit sfgiants.com today. Here's Morse.
Morse had one of the loudest swings of the bat today. His last at bat when he went off the wall, and it got over Carlos Gonzalez's head in left field. And it really looked more like a golf ball than a baseball. And it looks to me like Chatwood's nibbling.
Well, he's got to come in. I mean, look, he doesn't have to. He's got nobody on base. He's got Crawford on deck. We'll see what he does 2-0. And that's hit on the ground sharply to Arenado. And his off-balance throw in plenty of time, and that'll do it. Pablo Sandoval hits his second home run of the year. It was headed to the water, but it hit the flagpole. It's bye-bye, baby. 4-1 Giants. To you by your local Toyota dealer. A start for Hudson, a start for Chatwood, and Chatwood was rolling along until the fifth, where he gave up 3. Rosario got the first run of the ball game with his home run, his first of the year. Hudson's been terrific, and Pagan a big 2-run single. Hudson here will face the beef. It'll be Gonzalez, Tulowitzki, and Morneau. He faced the same 3 guys in the fourth and got a couple of ground balls and a fly ball. There's a strike to Gonzalez, and it's 0-1. Blanco now in left, more side of the game. A bit wide, 1 ball and 1 strike. Out.
A rough Saturday night. Come on.
A ball and a strike. Work for Hicks. 1 out. Ninth ground ball in the game for Hudson.
41,490. 41490 to 252nd. The second regular season sellout for AT&T Park 252.
Tulowitzki flied out and bounced out. Here he rolls this one to Sandoval. And Sandoval is going to throw to Belt. Tulowitzki gone. 2 outs. Another ground ball.
Life is a sinker ball. Just a beautiful existence. And the reason for that is strike throwers like Hudson, they get a lot of quick outs. Outs that are within 3 pitches. 10 ground outs, 5 fly outs, 5 strikeouts. And that has been his distribution with 2 outs here in the 7th.
Here's Morneau. Morneau with a healthy rip and a foul straight back.
Rocky's being very aggressive on this first pitch, and that's a compliment to the guy on the mound because they don't want to get deep in the count. And the reason for that is he's got everything working today. They know that Hudson is going to go after him and try and get strike 1 quickly. And that may be the best location pitch they get in the at-bat, so they've been waiting for it.
Posey setting up in, and it's low. 2 balls and 1 strike. Hit into left center field. Hit very well. Pagan looking up, and it's gone. Morneau, his first home run in a Rockies uniform, and it's 4-2.
Now you're in that one. That's no cheapie. You take on the opposite field and you go left center. You just earned some respect from everybody in the league that's ever had an at bat here. Impressive swing of the bat. Let's watch the power with that 2-seam fastball with movement going away from Morneau. Stays inside it. He doesn't have a lot of load with this hand. Very direct, very compact motion to get to the ball. And that's a powerful man.
So here's Rosario. Down low. Rosario, a solo home run in the 2nd. Hudson got him looking in the 5th. Bounces this one to Crawford. Crawford charges, takes his time, and that'll end the inning. Morneau's home run gets the Rockies a little closer. It's the Giants 4 and the Rockies 2. Are leading 4-2. Let's check in with Amy G. Amy.
All right, Dwayne, it's that time. Fans, get your cameras out. Take your best fan photo. It's sponsored by AT&T. Tweet it out. Hashtag it CSNBA fan photo. Include your name, hometown, and you might see your photo on an upcoming broadcast. Dwayne?
All righty. Let's get on top of that. New left-hander into the ball game. When it's time for a change, think Speedy. Oil change and auto service, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Franklin Morales, the new pitcher now for Colorado. Take a look at his numbers. 0-1 with a 6.94 ERA. Giving up a lot of hits, 22 base runners, 11 2/3, and he has really not gotten off to a good start. And he's got a good arm. You're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball. And he's got 4 pitches to go with it. Curveball, slider, and a changeup. But command has always been the issue for Morales.
Morales will get a left-hander Crawford. Take a look at our McDonald's True Stories. 1997, Mark Lewis in his Giants debut went 3 for 3, had a couple of home runs, and 4 runs scored, leading the Giants to a 7-6 victory. The last player to knock 2 homers in his debut, Kevin Mitchell, did it on July 5th of '87. The win versus the Mets also notched Dusty Baker's 300th victory as the Giants manager. April 13th, 1997. Remember that year very well. The Giants went to the playoffs that year. So here's Morales facing Crawford, who's 0 for 1. He has a sacrifice fly. He picked up RBI number 6 on the season. And Crawford, who's been hitting lefties pretty well, didn't waste any time as he pulls that one foul. Hicks and then Hudson. Oh, and 2.
Good, tight little slider, perfect location. Franklin Morales has been a swingman in his career at the big league level. Most of his time with Colorado. He did spend some time in Boston.
Look out. That's the old equalizer. 1 and 2. That's why hitting's not easy. You might get hit right in the ear hole.
Yeah, you're concentrating, all of a sudden the guy goes up and in on you. And you're right. It kind of fractures the concentration of your at bat.
Well, now you have to tell yourself to stay in on a breaking ball. And then you have to wonder, well, what happens if it doesn't break? So that's a rough at bat. You almost figure you're going to get a breaking ball, but after you get one up there, you're thinking if it's another fastball in, I'm screwed.
Well, yeah. Since you put it that way, yes, you are.
Here's Hicks. Hicks has had a good day. He's 2 for 2. He takes a strike. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Giants 4, Rockies 2. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Two balls and a strike. Hudson to follow.
Yeah, you take your third at bat, you're always sitting on 2 singles. You're thinking, I'm going to get a whole bunch of hits.
2 balls and 1 strike.
Chance to get greedy right here. See just how good your day is going to be.
3-1.
Well, you're going to get another good look at the strike zone. At least you should.
So Hicks on for the third straight time.
Well, Dodgers are coming to San Francisco later this homestand. That would be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Tuesday and Wednesday's games are 7:15 starts. The first 20,000 fans attending the game on the 16th. That Wednesday game will receive a Giants 2014 magnet schedule courtesy of Remax. Final game of the series Thursday, the 17th, is day baseball in the city with a 12:35 start. Go to sfgiants.com/tickets and get your tickets.
Hudson, for the third time, is going to square around to bunt. Pulls the bat back and he fouls it out of play. Morales to Hudson, who bunts it foul. It's another 2. Here's the control room for the scoreboard. There's the big boss, Kevin Skillings. And you see the board that Kevin is in charge of.
A lot going on in that room.
Kevin Skillings for a very long time. One of the solid guys that just doesn't change. Swing and a miss. Hicks is going to be thrown out, and that's going to end the inning. Strike him out, throw him out. We will now go to the 8th. Giants lead 4-2. Giants 4, Rockies 2. Let's check out our Honda player of the game, and we're going to go with Tim Hudson through 7 innings. He's allowed 2 runs, both solo home runs. He hasn't walked anybody, and he's struck out 5. So he's been good. And here he'll go after Arenado, LeMahieu, and then a pinch hitter. Our Honda player of the game, Tim Hudson.
Not allowed to walk in 22 2/3. The longest Giants streak to start a season since 1914. How about that?
Here's Arenado. And he takes a strike. Arenado 0 for 2. He did hit a line drive right at Hunter Pence in right field and was retired in his last at bat.
Saw that graphic talking about the best start without walking anybody of a season since 1914, and that's one of the coolest things about being part of an organization that has such a long history. This is the 132nd year of the Giants.
And that's a fair ball past Sandoval. Blanco's going to get to it. Arenado's going to have a leadoff double. This may get the bullpen at least moving around a little bit.
Well, I can't believe the fatigue will be part of the equation here. That's just the 80th pitch of the day for Tim Hudson. There you see his 3 starts. He opened it up against the Diamondbacks, went 7 2/3, strong, just 3 hits allowed. Then he went 8 opening day here last Tuesday, no walks. Today, here we are in the 8th inning, no walks.
Here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu, line drive, fair ball down the right field line. This is going to knock in Arenado. It's going to put the tying run at second base, and it's 4-3. So just like that, in 2 pitches, everything changes. And it's happening from the bottom of the lineup. So one down the left field line, the other down the right field line.
So plenty of activity now with Santiago Casilla, the right-hander, Javier Lopez, the lefty, and Dave Righetti sent out by skipper Bruce Bochy to just kill some time. Let that bullpen get ready to go. The swing of the bat from LeMahieu, I mean, it's pretty impressive swing of the bat because he didn't get a hanger. I mean, he went down and beat a pretty good pitch going the opposite way with it. Just some bad luck there for Tim Hudson. Make a good pitch, guy beats it.
Well, it's also the 3rd time that LeMahieu had seen Hudson in this game. So here's Barnes. Barnes has got 3 hits in this series. LeMahieu at second base with nobody out. Shows bunt, and it's low. 1 ball and no strikes. Barnes overall hitting .273. A couple of base hits the other day on balls hit to right field. He's probably trying to do that here if he doesn't bunt. 1 ball and 1 strike. So Hudson will have to keep an eye on LeMahieu at second. Also be careful with the hitter Barnes. And this time he shortens up to bunt again. No swing, 2 balls and a strike.
And this really, I think, is one of the toughest plays for a third baseman. I mean, you're responsible for the bag. Should the bunt go down? The bunt should go down the third base line, and you have to determine as to whether or not it's going to be hard enough for you to hold your ground, or do you go after it? I mean, it's just everything has to do with speed.
Bunts it. It's a good bunt. Hudson will take the out at first. So LeMahieu moves to third. And the hitter is Charlie Blackmon, and Bruce Bochy's coming out. So Lopez is coming in. Hudson's going to get a great ovation. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back. Rockies have the tying run at third.
Good pitcher now for Bruce Bochy will be Javier Lopez, the veteran left-hander. 6th time that he has come in and has been stellar. He's allowed 1 base runner, 1 strikeout against no walks, and this is a strikeout situation.
Giants will play the infield in. Drew Stubbs is the pinch hitter. Stubbs' lifetime against Lopez 2 for 6. He's 2 for 16 on the season. Infield is in. And a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Santiago Casilla is in the bullpen. Just off the plate. Perfect spot.
Yeah, they stretched that target wide off that outside corner, and then they wrapped that little breaking ball from the outside. I mean, he hits the glove, but it's just a wrap around the plate. And Hal Gibson, plate umpire, not biting on that one.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Kadire is on deck. LeMahieu, the runner at third. Three and 1.
Michael Kadire on deck. See the drawn in infield and outfield playing shallow as well.
On the ground and a base hit, and this game is tied. So Stubbs comes through with a pinch hit single. Well, you play the infield in, and of course, you're not going to have as much range. Bruce Bochy's coming out.
Well, and every once in a while, no matter where you put somebody, that ball's going to find a hole, and that splits right between Sandoval and Crawford. We got a brand new ball game. So it does spoil a great afternoon for Tim Hudson, but we're going to have a new pitcher.
It's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service, your oil change, tune-up, and smog experts.
New pitcher now for the Giants will be Santiago Casillas. 7th time that he's come in. He's been busy this week. 7 1/3 innings pitched, 5 hits allowed, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He's out to a good start. Been eating up right-handers, just hitting .059 against him.
Popped him up on the first pitch. And Pencil put it away. And that'll bring up Gonzalez. Think about having Stubbs at first. He's got such great speed that you get a ball into the gap, and he's got a really good chance of scoring.
Yeah, with 2 outs and a good jump, you bet. Stubbs, I think, is one of the fastest guy in all of baseball. There you see how they bunch the gap in right center. They're taking away Triple's alley. So they've given Gonzalez the line. That is way over towards right center. Pretty standard, though, in this ballpark.
Gonzalez is 0 for 3, 3 ground balls. Out of play down the left field line.
Nice play.
Might see, yeah, nice play.
Never left the seat. Yep, give it to your gamer, babe. Nice going. You did good.
Gonzalez asked for time. It's 4-4. Back is Stubbs.
That throw over called by the bench. So clearly Bruce Bochy thinking it's go time for Drew Stubbs.
another quick toss.
Casilla is not particularly quick out of the stretch, right around average unload time.
Stubbs goes, and it's foul. It's 1-2.
Stubbs, because of his speed, he has a green light. Now, Walt Weiss, the skipper of the Rockies, I mean, he could put a signal on that says don't go. He could take that green light off. He could also give a sign must go. Take away the decision from the player and make that decision for him.
Hicks has got it. And he throws him out. Nice play, Brandon Hicks. That ball got to him quickly. For the Giants, it'll be Pagan, Belt, and Sandoval. It's a tie ball game. Dodgers, it'll be Say Hey Tuesday coming up. It's a 7 p.m. start. You can see Yahoo Sports Talk live from the Plaza at 5. Pregame live at 6:30 right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. The Rockies have come back. They've tied it up. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Auto Service. Your oil change tune-up and smog expert.
The pitcher now for Colorado will be the left-handed veteran Boone Logan. Is his 7th year at the big league levels. Big guy, 6'5", 215-pounder. And this is what he has done in 2 games. Been pretty good. Hadn't given up a hit or a walk yet. He struck out 3 of the 4 guys he's faced. Other than that, he's pretty average.
Stubbs is now in center. As Pagan's going to bat first.
Saw Logan in game 1 of this series, and he was spectacular. Low 90s fastball and a slurvy breaking ball.
Inside to Pagan.
Did not miss by much.
Pagan knocked in a pair of runs in the 5th. And a breaking ball for a strike.
Not a whole lot you can do with that in a 1-0 count. You're certainly not looking for breaking ball, knee high, outside corner, wraparound nastiness. Tip your cap, get ready for the next one. Just be thankful it's not a 3rd strike. That was unhittable.
Two and one, no swing on the appeal. Belt on deck, and then Sandoval.
Adam Ottavino, the right-hander, getting heated up. He's thinking about one guy, and that's Buster Posey.
Three and one.
This is a big pitch in the eye of Walt Weiss, the skipper of the Rockies. And the last thing he wants to see Logan do is issue a walk to a guy that can steal a base, especially in a tie bowl game, bottom of the 8th.
And he flips one over to Tulowitzki for a base hit. So the second hit of the afternoon for Pagan, and here's Belt.
Well, Boone Logan worked himself into a get-it-in situation. You can't walk him. Fastball right at him, put the pressure on the hitter, and Pagan comes up large, middle-in fastball. And Bruce Bochy gets exactly what he wanted to start this inning off, and that's a leadoff hitter on with great speed.
So here's Belt, who's 0 for 3. He's going to have to hang in there against a tough lefty. And he pulls it foul. It skips on into the seats. Sandoval on deck. Same spot, and it's 0-2.
Inside to get to that 0-2 advantage for Logan. And this is where he could really sweep wide, that low 3/4 release with that breaking ball. He flattens out. Tough on lefties.
It's played by Morneau. Sandoval on deck. Buster Posey getting ready. And Belt just got a piece.
I don't know how he extended to get that piece. Breaking ball, you're reaching way out, and I mean, he just scuffed that red seam.
Got him.
And he goes upstairs with 94. And that's a rough at bat. Well, Pablo Sandoval's had a good day. 6th inning, he hits home run number 2 on the year. Would have been a splash hit had it not hit the flagpole out there in Levi Landing. 2 hits so far in the day. And now a chance to add on.
Batting right-handed for the first time today. And they'll check on Pagan. Morneau holding on Pagan. Sandoval steps out of the box. Slowly hit. Tulowitzki to LeMahieu on to first, and that's a double play, and that'll end the inning. That wipes out the leadoff single by Pagan. Ninth inning coming up. Up in just a little bit, and Michael will also talk about the game with Murph and Mac tomorrow morning on KNBR 680. Ninth inning, a 4-4 ball game. Tulowitzki will lead things off.
Well, they love Pence. They want to wish him a happy birthday. I see a lot of those signs out there in the ballpark today.
So Tulowitzki steps up. He's 0 for 3. Morneau to follow. And a slider that's outside. 1 ball and no strikes. Not by much, though. Tulowitzki 2 for 4 in his career against Casilla. 2 balls and no strikes.
And now all of a sudden he's worked himself into a get-it-in situation here with Tulowitzki, and these are the counts that the big fellas love to see, especially in tie ball games.
Three and 0.
And he will have the green light.
And that's ball 4.
Pretty easy take there. It's an easy take when you're trying to get out of the way from being hit.
So here's Morneau, who hit an opposite field home run, his first of the year in the 7th. Romo now headed back down to the bullpen. So Tulowitzki at first, nobody out. Swinging a foul. It's no balls and 1 strike. Willeen Rosario is on deck. Low to even the count. Tim Hudson and the Giants are cruising along. They were leading the game 4-1 going to the 7th. Morneau's home run made it 4-2, and then 2 runs in the 8th. And all of a sudden we get a tie ball game. 1-2 to Morneau.
Healthy swing right there at 95-mile-an-hour challenge on the 1-1 pitch. And Morneau was not fooled at all. He was on it. Guy takes a swing like that, fouls it straight back. He's got it timed. Posey wants to elevate up above the hands.
Not there. 2-2.
86-mile-an-hour fastball from Casilla, so he was reaching back, digging deep. You see the 2 right-handers. Ottavino will come in this ball game if it stays tied. The closer, LaTroy Hawkins, comes in if the Rockies have a lead.
Hooked down the right field line, and this is a foul ball.
Wow. You can see all of the Rockies down in the Rockies bullpen cringing when the call was made by Dale Scott, the first base umpire. I mean, that was close.
No argument, however.
Just about 6 inches from the line. Yep, no argument. One more look, and the reaction from the bullpen.
Yeah. So everybody goes back, resets. It's 2-2. Blanco certainly now underneath it, and he'll make the catch. And that'll bring up Rosario.
Got to keep the ball down with Rosario. And that's one thing you'll say to yourself before each pitch, because you know if you go up, and that's where he makes his living. Very good high ball hitter. And I mean, whatever speed you run in there.
And a strike, and it's 0-1. Rosario 2 for 9. That's the history against Santiago Casilla. He takes a rip. It's 0-2.
Well, he does, man. I mean, every time he swings it, his both cheeks getting in that swing there. He's not holding anything back. And he didn't go up there looking for a little single. He's trying to hit one over the Coke bottle. But he will chase, especially down low. Hard sliders, curveballs, you throw those things at 0-2, 1-2 counts down the dirt, good chance he'll get after it. Paralysis fastball, but outside.
One and 2 to Rosario. It's low. 2-2. Tulowitzki opened the inning off with a 4-pitch walk. Hit on the ground. Sandoval's got it. He's going to go to Hicks. Hicks on the belt. Double play. Rosario hit it hard. They go around the horn. Posey, Pence, Blanco coming up.
Sportsnet Central right after postgame live right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Aaron Coscarelli and Henry Wolford will be your hosts. They'll take a look inside the Giants and Rockies clubhouses for action in this game. They'll also talk to Giants insider Andrew Bagley about this game, and then they'll also update you with the final round highlights from the Masters. That and more at the AT&T Uber Sportsnet Central right after postgame live.
It's a 4-4 game. And there's the new pitcher.
Adam Ottavino, the new pitcher for Walt Weiss in the Colorado Rockies. Good stuff. Low to mid-90s fastball with big-time sink. Got a hard slider and a changeup. A little funkiness to his delivery. Off to a good start. 11 strikeouts in 5 2/3 innings against no walks. It gives you an idea how confident he is right now.
Facing Buster Posey, who's 0 for 3. And a breaking ball for a strike. Pence to follow. And then Gregor Blanco. Oh, and 2.
Well, I almost thought he was sitting on that slider, too.
I think he was.
A good balance in that swing, but good nastiness with the pitch from Ottavino.
High, 1 and 2 to Buster Posey. Coming into the series, Buster 2 for 7 lifetime against Ottavino. Rosario setting up in, and that's where he throws it. It's 2 and 2.
And he gets that thing up around the belt to right-handed hitters, and that thing's going to bore flat right in on him. It fades nicely, and it's a pitch you can really get jammed on, especially if you're thinking going long.
Comes back with a slider, and Buster Posey fouls it out of play. It remains 2 and 2. Got him.
Stayed with the slider and a swing through. See ya.
Here's Pence.
That's a big bat. Sit packing back to the Giants dugout. You can see just how big that sweeper is.
Pence 0 for 2 was hit by a pitch, and he scored in the 5th. balls and 1 strike.
Opened up Pence the same way he opened up Posey. He said, get it in slider. And this is definitely a guy who's feeling pretty good about his slider. Almost got him. He's already been drilled 1 time on that left arm.
Into center field, but it's right at Stubbs. 2 outs. And here's Blanco. Blanco's got good numbers against Ottavino. He's 3 for 5 lifetime. And a fastball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
If you were looking for a pitch to try and hit out of the ballpark, that may have been your best shot.
He hits one high and deep to right. This one is off the bottom of the wall, and Cuddyer falls down. Blanco hits the bag. Now it's dropped, and they're going to wave in Blanco. Here's the throw home, and he is out at the plate. Blanco is still down. He maybe had the wind knocked out of him. And now he's going to get up.
Well, shades of Angel Pagan. And only a perfect relay throw from DJ LeMahieu was the difference in the out.
So the play at home is out. Now Bruce Bochy, he says, hey, you know what? It's a chance to win the game. You know, maybe we should take a look at it. And he's killing time to get a response from the clubhouse. And now he's going back into the dugout. Giants are going to take the field. So he tagged him right before his hand hit home plate. So that's a good call.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. Easy for Hal Gibson, the plate umpire. He got him.
So good play by Rosario. All in all, a good play by everybody. So Blanco is going to have to head back out. Is Romo's going to come in.
And they set him in the outside corner. And it just kind of hangs out there middle in, and he puts a charge over it. And as it hits the wall, it comes back. Cuddyer positioned himself to get a ricochet that never came his way. So now he's going to come back. A little bit of a bobble. Now that's what Tim Flannery saw. But watch the relay. An absolute strike from LeMahieu. They gave Rosario plenty of time to put the tag on. And it looked to me as he was rounding third, he may have started leaking a bit of oil. Had it right here, and this is when he picks up Flannery, and Flannery says, get on it. And then a look at the windmill for Flannery. And not this time. They put the pressure on the defense, and they came up with a play. And that is the big leagues. But that was exciting, partner.
It was exciting. So
remember, it was the Rockies last year that were the victim of that walk-off inside the park home run by Angel Pagan. New pitcher now for Bruce Bochy will be Sergio Romo. Let's see what he has done. 6 strikeouts, no walks in 4 innings.
Last year, Pagan ended it. This was a 2-run home run. It was on May 24th. It also ended the season for Pagan. Crawford scored in front of him. Same relay man, LeMahieu. This time, however, was a late throw. So it'll be Arenado to lead things off. Arenado doubled in the 8th inning. And he bounces this one to Sandoval. And that's 1 pitch, 1 out. And here's LeMahieu. LeMahieu followed Arenado's double in the 8th with one of his own down the right field line. And a strike, and it's 0-1. And there's a slider that just misses, and that evens the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Rutledge is on deck. Now it's 1-2.
Just shaving that outside corner with that little slider. Something he's been able to do since the first day he walked in the big leagues. Uncanny command of the breaking ball.
Two and 2 on the no swing. Call made by Dale Scott.
Bruce Bochy not buying it. All right, did he go? It could have gone either way.
Hit into center field. That'll be a base hit.
So LeMahieu, given second life, takes advantage of it.
So here's Rutledge. Romo will keep an eye on LeMahieu. He may go. You never know.
Set that target way on the outside corner.
Swing and a miss by Rutledge.
I like that look from home plate. You can really see with how far outside the target goes with Posey. And a guy like Romo is fun to catch if you're Buster Posey, because pretty much where you put the glove, he's going to hit it.
Oh, and 2. So Romo out in front of Rutledge. And he'll check on LeMahieu. 0-2 to Rutledge. Way outside and low.
Easy take there. Hawkins, the closer on the left. Rex Brothers, the lefty on your right.
One and two. Runner goes. Swing and a miss. Posey's throw. Got him. Double play to end the inning. Crawford Hicks, pinch hitter. 4-4.
All tied up as we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. Rockies have a new pitcher. It's going to be the left-hander, Rex Brothers, we saw earlier in this series. He is the setup man for Troy Hawkins. That's what he has done in 5 games, 1-0. No ERA yet. He's only given up the 1 hit. He has walked 4, however. You're going to see a low to mid-90s fastball with a hard slider, occasional changeup, but pretty much fastball slider.
And Crawford will be the first hitter for the Giants. Just a little bit outside. 1 ball and no strikes.
Giamacci getting loose.
Crawford hits one high, hits it deep, it is out of here! And we are headed home. Brendan Crawford's first home run of the year sends this crowd home.
A first pitch fastball right above the belt, middle end. And all you got to do is tick this guy off and tell him he can't do something. They said he couldn't hit lefties. He may be a platoon guy, and he has been tearing them apart ever since this season started. And that is a dramatic way to end it. A splash hit And everybody in this ballpark is going crazy.
All right, let's check in with Amy G.
But Brandon's getting a hat really. Oh, he's going to go without the hat for me. Thanks so much. Congratulations, your first career walk-off home run. Take us through it.
I was just trying to see a pitch to hit. I've seen Brothers a lot. He has some good stuff, and I was just trying to see a pitch over the middle of the plate and something I could do some damage with.
Again, Brandon's success against a left-handed pitcher, Bruce Bochy, talking about how he's been so impressed with how you've been able to stay in. It really seems... All right, well, we're going to just keep going. Your ability to stay in against left-handed pitchers, you're not pulling away. It seems like it's just becoming routine for you.
Yeah, it's something I worked on a lot in spring training. A little cold. Worked on a lot in spring training. I knew I had trouble last year against him, so it's something I really took to heart and tried hitting him well this year.
Someone else we saw today do well at the plate, Pablo Sandoval. He's been off to a slow start. What does that do for this team to see him start to get his timing at the plate?
I mean, he's huge. He's our 3-hitter. So, I mean, anytime you can get a 3-hitter, start seeing some pitches and swinging the bat well, it's a good thing for our team.
Of course, Tim Hudson had a great outing again for you guys, but how big is this win, Brandon? Not only do you win this series, but you've got the Dodgers coming in on Tuesday.
It's huge. I mean, every time we get a division win, it's big. Even this early in the year, no matter who's coming into town, whether it's the Dodgers or whoever. So just to get this one, it feels good, and hopefully we'll carry it into Tuesday.
So glad you did this on a hot day game and not a freezing cold Tuesday night. Dwayne and Mike, let's get it up to you.
All right, way to hang in there, Amy, and way to go, Brandon Crawford. And we really have seen him take some good swings against lefties. And we're not talking about the little flare to left field swing. We're talking about he's been hooking a lot of balls. In this one, he got up and he sends everybody home.
I mean, he's no longer a young player. He's a veteran, and he knows the league. You heard him talk about Brothers. He knows he has good stuff. Looking for a particular pitch. He got something middle in, up above the belt, and he went up there with the idea that he was going to do some damage. Now, the way I interpret that, he was going up there trying to send everybody home happy, and here he does. Just a beautiful swing, letting that ball get into him deep, and puts a splash hit on the board. And this place absolutely lost their minds.
Well, it does eventually end up in the water, and that's as good as it gets in front of a packed house and in front of a day where Tim Hudson really threw the ball well, and he just gave up 3 late runs to keep him from getting a win.
No, he's been fantastic, and really it's a stop job. You figure every time he goes out there, you're going to win, and it's especially important when you have a loss the day before he pitches. Now, this was an important game for the Giants. They lost a series to the Diamondbacks, the previous series, after winning the first game and then losing the next 2. That almost happened to them today. Plus, remember, they had a 4-1 lead, and that would have been a very tough pill to swallow. But now they win this game, they win this series. Now they go into an off day thinking good thoughts, and they've got momentum to go into Tuesday's game against the Dodgers, their rival with. So this is an important victory.
Dinner will taste good for the Crawfords tonight. Final score, the Giants 5 and the Rockies 4. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews and the wrap is coming up. But first, let's go to the Sportsnet Central studio for an update. Beautiful.